Hi guys, so today I've taken the plunge and I decided to make a YouTube video. I don't know if I'll carry on with this is just kind of a trial to see how it goes, but I thought the kind of video I've got planned today would be a good one to start off with. I've just got back from a trip to Barcelona, which was kind of an early 21st birthday present for me, so I saved up a little bit of money. I've got some shopping here that I did while I was there, picked up a few bits. So I thought I'd share this with you all today, just kind of show you what I got, start out on YouTube, see if it works out for me. So I will start without holding on any longer. So the first thing I picked up, this is the most expensive thing I bought on the trip, which is this coat here. It's a big, thick, chunky winter coat from Zara. It's been a pain to get home because we only had hand luggage, so I've had to try and squeeze it into a case. But like you can see, it's got kind of leather effect sleeves, this really soft furry inside as well. Lots of detailing on the outside, but this furry bit actually comes away, so it's kind of like a waistcoat, a lightweight jacket, all in one. But I think this will be great for the winter. I kind of hope it will last me a few years because it was quite expensive. It's not the kind of thing I usually spend out on, but I'd saved up a little bit of spending money to take with me. So I picked this up. This was about €90, which is about £75. So I'm looking forward for the winter weather to kick in now so I can get a chance to wear this. And then the next couple of things I picked up, these are the only other clothing items that I picked up. I went into Pull & Bear while I was there. I'm sure you can actually pick this up at home online, but I've never looked or paid attention. But the first thing I picked up was this denim effect. It's like sort of a grey denim effect, bodycon midi skirt. This was about €13, so a real bargain. I thought it would be good for the awkward sort of weather transition we're in now, sort of from the summer into the autumn, but I thought it would look nice now with little vest tops and sandals still, but would also look great in the winter with sort of jumpers, tights, boots, really layer up over it. So I'm glad I picked that up and I'm excited to start wearing that. And the other item I picked up from Pull & Bear was just this plain black knitted jumper. It's quite cropped, it's not overly cropped, obviously it's a jumper so it's meant to keep you warm. But this is the other thing I picked up. It's really soft, it's quite thick as well. It's got nice ribbing detail and all kinds of bits on here. This was about €20 too, so kind of the same price you'd pay at home as sort of an H&M, New Look, that kind of thing. But I just really wanted a plain black jumper to keep me going through this winter, so I picked that up as well. And the next things I picked up were all makeup based. If you read my blog, you will have seen my Barcelona wish list, and you will know that a lot of the things on there were from Sephora, which is what I was most excited for from the trip. But when I got there, it turns out they don't actually stock a lot of the brands that they have on their main website, so I kind of substituted a few things, picked up some basics. So they are all in this little bag here. I'll start off with the basics and get them out of the way. The first thing I picked up was this little brush here. My plan for it is to use it as kind of a handheld mini Clarisonic, so I'll put my cleanser on as normal and then buff it into the skin a little bit. This was only a few euros, so I obviously don't have the money for a real Clarisonic, but I'm hoping this will work, kind of give my skin a little bit more of a deep cleanse every now and then. But I'll let you know how I get on with all the products that I show you. I'll do proper reviews on the blog eventually, but that was the first thing I picked up. And then the next little thing I picked up, this was just a real quick thing, a little coconut body wash. Like I said, we only had hand luggage, so I could only pick up really tiny things, so I'm going to give it a go and then maybe order a full-size bottle online. And then the final basic I picked up, just some cotton pads. I'd run out of these at home. They were real cheap, so I just picked them up, threw them in, but they were actually to go with this next product here, which is, this is by Makeup Forever, and it's their instant brush cleanser. Now, I'm awful for cleaning my makeup brushes thoroughly, kind of whenever you're meant to do them, I just don't do it. But this is sort of meant to be a daily brush cleaner, which you spray onto one of the cotton pads and then just sort of swirl the brush around in it, and it will get rid of all the makeup that's been left on there from the day. This was quite expensive for what it is. This is just a little 50ml bottle, and this was about €13. But if it works and it stops me having to take the time out and clean all my brushes properly every now and then I'll be grateful for it. So I'm hoping this works, but like I said, I will let you know again. And the last thing I picked up in Sephora was this product here. This is a Too Faced Candlelight Glow Highlighting Powder Duo. In my wish list, I think it's called the Becca Shimmering Pressed Powder that I'd wanted, but they didn't have that out in the Europe stores, so I picked this one up instead. This was about €27, so more than I'd spend out at home, but like I said, I saved up, so I spent out on it. And it's got sort of a cream golden based highlight over this side and a much more pink silvery based over this side. I've been using them mixed together and they look really nice, but before I've only ever had sort of a pink highlight, so having a gold is a nice alternative for me. So I'll let you know how I get on with that as well, and I will also include a picture here or somewhere around here if I can work out how to do it, of a close-up and some swatches as well. And then the next thing I picked up, I've actually got this on today. I picked up a MAC lipstick. This is an amplified cream lipstick and I picked it up in Vegas Vault. This is the first MAC lipstick I picked up in a while actually, and I went for a really warm based orange tone. I'm sure every one of you knows what Vegas Vault looks like by now. But I've worn a lot of orange, corals, peaches this summer, and some of them kind of verge on a neon, so I went something a little bit warmer which will take me through into the winter as well. I'll insert a swatch here as well or at the end, I don't know where I'm going to put them yet. But I've got it on today, I'm really liking it so far. I think it's the kind of colour that definitely suits my skin tone and I'm glad I picked that up. I normally wouldn't just pick up a MAC lipstick, but I picked this up without thinking, bought it straight away, but like I said, because I'd saved up, I was like, I'm just going to buy what I like for a change, and because the bits I wanted in Sephora weren't there, I substituted for MAC and a few other bits. And the final thing I picked up, which I'm quite excited about, I wasn't planning on picking this up, but we went to a big shopping centre and they had a little Inglot stand in there. So I took the plunge and I picked up an Inglot palette. I've heard a lot about these sort of in the blogging world. I've seen a lot of pictures and just thought, oh, I really want one. It's kind of, I suppose, a cheaper version of a MAC palette, which I think is too expensive and I can't afford to pay up for that. So I picked this up here. Like I said, I didn't intend on picking it up because on the flight out in the little duty free book they had an Urban Decay Naked 2 palette for a lot cheaper than you pay sort of on the high street. They didn't have any on my flight home, so I'm going to try and pick one up when I go to Gran Canaria next week. But in case I don't have it, I am glad I picked this up. I just went for a basic 3 colour palette, which was €26. I don't know if that's expensive or cheap compared to what you'd pay sort of in the UK. But the lady on the stand helped me pick out the colours. So I've got a base here, which is colour number 46. It's kind of a pink based, almost highlighting sort of colour. But it looks quite shimmery in the pan, but doesn't come out all that glittery or shimmery on the eye. But that's a really gorgeous colour for sort of on the inside of your eyes, and a really nice base as well. And the next colour here, this is colour number 31, actually comes out a gorgeous rose gold coppery shade. A really sort of natural, neutral looking colour. It's not too dark, not too light, and I think it would actually work well on quite a lot of skin tones. And then the final colour here is 402, which is the darkest in the pan. It looks a real chocolatey brown colour in pan, but it comes out sort of a really nice smoky, natural looking colour. I've been using this sort of in the creases of my eye, right on the lash line, and I've been really enjoying that. I'm glad I picked it up. I think this will end up being my go-to eyeshadow palette, and I definitely recommend that you pick one up. There's hundreds of colour choices, so if you can't find something you like, then you need to be looking elsewhere. And that is actually the end of everything I picked up while I was away. It probably doesn't look that much now I'm sat here looking at it, but it felt while I was out there that I did quite a lot of shopping, picked up a few bits, but I'm happy with everything I picked up, even though they didn't have some of the bits I wanted in Sephora. But like I said, everything, I kind of treated myself while I was away, so I'm happy with everything that's here. If you like this video, if you think I should carry on, please leave me comments, click the like button, click the subscribe button, everything that's usually down here that everyone asks you to click on. I'll try and leave links as well in the down bar of kind of where you can pick all these things up. If you can buy them online, then I'll let you know. And I think that's everything. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.